Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and I'd like to talk about the first look Xbox Series X gameplay event, delivered by Microsoft straight from their quarantine homes to ours. Link is in the description. We've got two new consoles on the horizon. However, information about these consoles has been highly piecemeal. For the Xbox Series X, it began with a Halo trailer last E3, and this year has largely played host to information on the hardware side of things. What is the console going to be called? What are its specs? If there's anything to be learned from previous generations, it doesn't matter how powerful your hardware is if you don't have the library of games to accommodate it. This event had its share of world premieres and exclusives, introducing new games that hadn't seen the light of day to the public, as well as returning franchises and titles that have been in development for longer than I remember. We had racing games, action games, horror, more horror, even more horror, online games, sports games, so there was definitely a lot on showcase. Personally, there were quite a few games here that I particularly am interested in playing. Scorn was something I'd already seen in previous trailers, so it's good to see that the project is still moving along, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla got my attention after I had spent far too much time with Odyssey. Call of the Sea looked interesting, but I think what really got my attention for that is the reveal of the fish hands at the end, making me wonder exactly what kind of quest this person is on, or at the very least what kind of transformation that they expect to go through in order to complete their quest is. Corvs, or is it Chorus, looks great, though the main character seems a bit on the generic side. The medium looks interesting, though it's a bit on the nose for them to make a game involving a character fluctuating between the real world and a world of nightmares, and have Akira Yamaoka compose the score, though I suppose that's what he's known for. Both Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 and Yakuza Like a Dragon are sequels and franchises that I haven't played, and I do intend to play, and both games look great, though particularly for their own reasons. The biggest problem with the showcase is best displayed in the trailer for Yakuza Like a Dragon, in that if these were meant to be gameplay trailers, they don't do a very effective job of showcasing how these games are meant to be played. The trailers, for the most part, were tone setters. For Scorn, you can see the tone of the world, but not how you would interact with it. For Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, there was a stronger focus on the manic nature of the world as opposed to its gameplay structure. Watching the trailer for Yakuza Like a Dragon from this event, it would be easy to believe why someone might not realize that the game is played utilizing menu-based RPG mechanics, deviating from its more beat-em-up roots. There were certainly exceptions to the rule, though I feel it's less because the trailers showcased more gameplay and more because one look at the gameplay shown tells you everything you need to know about what's going on in the game. One look at the Ascent and you know it's a twin-stick shooter. One look at Dirt 5 and you know that you're going to be racing. One look at Madden and, well, you get the idea, though even in these cases some of the finer details are missing. For instance, a trailer of Dirt that showcased the actual view of the driver through an actual course would do a better job in showcasing the handling of the vehicle, along with the impact of the rugged terrain, rather than just focus on weather dynamics and car variety. Aside from presenting a small sampling of the Xbox Series X library, there was also a tremendous focus on the smart delivery system, which would enable someone to buy a copy of the game on the Xbox One and be able to play the Xbox Series X version when that version is released. It's a nifty feature for a lot of reasons. It means that you don't have to buy the same game twice on two different systems. That's generally been the classic problem with new systems, in that a new system divides an audience. A launch title that only releases on the newest platforms is likely only going to be purchased by people who own the newest platforms, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild being the exception to the rule. By allowing people to have access to both versions of the game means that the game still has access to the previous console's established audience, as well as the new console's initial subscriber base. What I find especially interesting is the language that is used to discuss the smart delivery system. They say that this system enables players to play the best version of the game for the console they own. It is an amazing statement in that it avoids the idea that by playing a game on the Xbox One, you are automatically playing the worst version of the game. Every other method of playing the game, whether it's the PC version or the Xbox Series X version, is going to be better, unless there's a Switch version. I still have a couple questions in regard to the smart delivery system. Does save data cross over? In multiplayer games such as Dirt 5, can Series X players play against their Xbox One counterparts? More importantly, if a better version of Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to be coming out on the Xbox Series X, and as someone who does intend to purchase the next generation console upon release, why would I play the Xbox One version at all? That said, for now I suppose we have a taste of what kind of games are going to make their way on the Xbox Series X in the near to distant future. Excited about any of these games? Wish they showed something they did not? Let's discuss that in the comments below. In the meantime, would you kindly like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.